Now, moving on, in just a moment, we'll be joined by Red Symons to talk about Skyhooks' inclusion this year as one of Australia's top sounds in the National Archives.
But first, let's take a listen to him and the band from when they were living in the 70s. Red Symons, the former lead guitarist of the Skyhooks, joins us now on the couch. I'm a bit devastated you didn't bring your guitar.
Yeah, right. Who wouldn't leap at the opportunity to have images of oneself 35 years ago and now juxtaposed on the television?
How many times do you think you've seen that footage?
Too many.
You've lived it. I have to say, you're looking pretty back in those days.
I was fishing for the compliment. And now?
Now, moving on, what do you think of this sound honour, dare I say?
I actually spoke to the guy, now that I'm radio funny man, Red Symons, as opposed to ex-Skyhooks, ex-Hey Hey It's Saturday.
It's taken a while to reach that tag, though.
At least I'm still here. I did actually speak to the guy from the Sound Archives, myself on the radio this morning, and interestingly, I sort of asked him, is there an actual place you can go? Because they're always talking about go to the website, thing. And apparently there is a neoclassical building in Canberra that you can visit.
It's a very nice old building.
You go and listen.
And you're in good company with Kylie?
Kylie, yes, Kylie. I was very pleased to see her forward promoted before on this program.
Oh, don't worry, we've been forward promoting you all morning.
Oh, good, because it looked a bit sort of...
There
we couldn't get her, so we've got him. You know?
That's Kylie Watsuka, about 1987. So don't feel embarrassed by us showing shots of you in 1974, Red, because I'm sure Kylie would look back on this and put the face in the palms too.
You're right. She looks shocking now too.
But you've won many accolades over the years, though. Is this any different? How does it feel to be a historic icon, if you like?
Oh, thank you very much. Well, look, I've told
this... Not dinosaur,
I've told this story too many times, but there was... Somebody did paint at the end of my street after I left the band, destroy your past and all who would keep you there. It feels as remote to me as it does to anybody else. And on those occasions, in about 1990, we did tour with the band, and it felt like being in a cover band that you were once in, quite coincidentally.
Obviously, Cheryl's not here anymore, bless his soul. Have you given any thought to a reunion? These Cold Chisels going back on the stage?
In fact, in 10 days' time, it will be 10 years since he died. And, you know, there are occasions where something will happen. I think if he were here, I would have told him that, but...
Do you get much of a push from fans for a reunion? Is it something, questions that you fear?
Even the fans are really old. They just stay at home and drink their Milo with their toast.
As somebody who played this extensive catalogue of songs, are you happy with living in the 70s? Would you have liked another of your hits to have been chosen to go on this list?
Oh, happy with living in the 70s.
Let's have a listen while we... So I would have thought my favourite is horror movie.
It's a reason not to reform. It's very weird to get up and play a song saying I'm living in the 70s 35 years later.
What about just wait for a while and say I am in my 70s? That could work.
Yeah. All my friends are separating. yeah, all the gags.
I want Shell's jumpsuit preserved for the future. I think that was brilliant.
It may be. There's an archive in Melbourne of theatrical costumes, and some of the costumes did end up there. But you don't want old stage gear because it's usually rotted from the inside out.
It's a science experiment.
Yes, exactly.
Now, the archives aren't just concerned with music, of course. The maiden speeches of the first two women elected to federal parliament have also been added. Let's take a listen to them.
To be elected as Australia's first woman senator is a great responsibility, and also, of course, a very great honour. There's a great deal to be done. We must win the war, and we must win the peace. Today, of course, is an event for me that will bring back happy memories and sad ones. That my advent into Parliament will be productive of some good, I can merely hope. And I think that the first immediate benefit from the entry of women into Parliament is that other women will be induced to take a great interest in political and public affairs in general.
Also on this year's list was the 1952 Melbourne Cup race call as well. And Red, you mentioned earlier that you spoke to the National Film and Sound Archive this morning. What did they say about the rest of the list?
The rest of the list?
Yeah.
It's in the archive.
Yes, but who are you there with?
Kylie, I do remember. I rather like those women because those grabs, they're maiden speeches.
Yeah.
And there's something very endearing about the fact that they have no... Well, it's not that they're without media savvy, but they don't have that kind of cleverness that we have nowadays. Whenever you see a camera, it's like, boom.
The Seekers also make it. I'll Never Find Another You, 1964. Bit of a debate in the Breakfast News office as to whether to get Judith Durham or you this morning. You won because you were closer.
Surely just because of proximity.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I was in the building already.
That's the only reason.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
Good to see you, Red.